Hello, this is Erin with the Joy in Pens and Paper, and it's November, which means it's time for a new currently inked. I say this every month. I legitimately mean it. This is my favorite video to make, and I itch and itch and itch to get to the day. So I did just film my October pen and ink review, and now we are going to move on to we're going to do this page right here, and this will be November, currently inked. Oops, I don't want that side, I want this side. I'm a 5mm gal. All right, so I'm gonna start it off with my newest beauty, a Leonardo Momento Magico 2.0 in angel skin with a rose gold elastic fine nib. Look at that. The little Leonardo wings. I love it. So we're just going to do a little November. Let's do 2023. There we go. And I am not going to start off with this one. As logical as that would have been, not doing it. All right, so it's going to be shifted a little bit. That's my preferred writing angle. I hope that doesn't bother anyone too much. And I'm going to start with this carryover. That's why I said start over, because I got my words mixed up. So it is a carryover from October, and it is a kind of basic black that I am starting to include back into my monthly currently inked. So this is a Twisp Diamond 580. It's in white and rose gold. It has an extra fine nib, and it's inked up with Birmingham PenCo Blast Furnace. A relatively basic black, but it does have a little bit of gray undertones to it, which I like. So there's a little bit of shading while writing, and there is just a tiny bit left. I probably will go ahead and add some more into this, but it's also fountain pen day on Friday, and I kind of want to leave space in my collection in case something new is added. Just gonna leave that there. All right, so then the next one that I will swatch is this Leonardo. And this has an elastic fine, and it's inked up with Colorverse Brunch Date. Now, one thing that I'm getting used to with this is it is elastic, so you really don't have to put any pressure whatsoever while writing. And so I find myself doing some self-talk of like, ease it up, Erin, ease it up. But yeah, it's such a beautiful Beautiful body, beautiful resin, gorgeous colors. All right, so that's the number 2 pen. Next up, let's do, yes, this one. I'm bringing back, there's some water. I just rinsed out the cap and everything. So this is the Esterbrook SD and Ferris Wheel Press collaboration called Nebulous Plume. And it has a gold-plated extra fine nib. This was a gift for my 40th birthday. So Nebulous Plume with an extra fine nib, and it's inked up with Diamine Inkvent 2021 Triple Chocolate. Look at that beauty. This is a pen that anytime I use it, I take a moment and I twirl it and look at it in whatever lighting is available. It's a beautiful pen. Okay, next up, let's do, yes, we're gonna pull out my Benu Euphoria Iced Caramel Latte, and this I received as a resale from a YouTuber, Charmaine Dulac. It was a pen that I was looking at for a while, and it's a Goulet Pens exclusive, and it was going in and out of stock, and so I told myself next time it goes in stock, I'm gonna get it, and it happened to be at about that time that it restocked, that Charmaine sold it for less than new, and so I went ahead and got the cheaper. Saved myself some money. So the Benu Euphoria in Ice Caramel Latte with a fine nib. And I have noticed with this nib, I do have to get the angle right when writing with it. And it does have a little bit of almost like a italic feel to the nib. So this is inked up with Birmingham Pen Company Distressed Leather. Ah, so beautiful. All right, and the next one, I believe I have used this, I want to double check, but I believe I've used this every single month since I got it for Christmas this past year. This was my husband's gift to me. It's this beauty. And I'm actually inking this with an ink that I've used before in this pen that I got as a sample from a viewer, and then purchased a full bottle because I loved this combination so much. So, and I do like this one posted. It is a very light pen. If you don't have a Pelicon in your collection, I cannot stress enough how light this pen is. It was probably the most surprising thing for me when I first held this. I could not believe how light it was, but it's so beautiful. Sorry, it's getting late for this old gal. So this is the Pelicon M400 in white tortoise shell with an extra fine, very juicy nib. Very juicy nib. If you like a Pilot extra fine, you will be very surprised by this one. As someone who's always loved extra fine nibs, I still love this one, even though it's not like a Pilot extra fine. It is lovely, so wonderful to write with. So this is Birmingham Pen Company Sandstone. I love that ink in this pen. And last but certainly not least is another newer pen to my collection. This is one that I bought for myself for my 40th birthday. And I used some cashback rewards from our credit card. So I actually didn't even pay for it. If you do not have a credit card with cashback rewards or a high yield savings account, we need to have a conversation because you're missing out. All right, so this is the Platinum Century 3776, and this has a fine nib, although this is definitely much finer than the extra fine Pelicon. And this one is inked up with Diamond Ink Vent 2021 Brandy Snap. Oh, gorgeous. So this is giving me all the fall vibes right here. Let me pull this up closer to the camera for a moment. So you've got the Birmingham Pen Company Blast Furnace, Colorverse Brunch Date, Diamond Triple Chocolate, Birmingham Pen Company Distressed Leather, Birmingham Pen Company Sandstone, and Diamond Ink Vent Brandy Snap. Now the lighting, I wish it would pick up the shading. That might do it a little bit more. In the Birmingham Pen Company Distressed Leather, the shading is absolutely gorgeous. And I actually do plan this out in my Hobonichi Cousin. So let me see if I bring that in. Look at that. That's the view I was looking for right there. It's an absolutely gorgeous ink. I'm so happy with it, and I'm so excited to be writing with the Benu this month. I've missed it. And so I do have a fairly, with the exception of the Nebulous Plume, I do have a fairly muted color palette with a lot of fall colors and browns and whites and such. So I'm very pleased with November. I'm very excited to get into this month and do some writing. And I can't wait to get into my first journaling entry with these pens. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you are inking up this month. I love to hear that information, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.